Death. The universal curtain fall. But sometimes, history doesn't close gently. Sometimes it detonates. A final breath becomes a thunderclap echoing through centuries. Not mere endings, but forged fires where legends are cast. Moments of impossible courage, chilling defiance, or sacrifice so profound it alters the world's path. These are not just demises. These are epic finales. Today, we journey to witness 5 deaths so monumental, so charged with raw power and legacy, they transcend mortality itself. Prepare for the most epic deaths in history. Our first legend begins in 480 BC, where rock meets sea in Greece. Thermopylae, the hot gates. King Leonidas of Sparta, with his royal guard of just 300 warriors, plus a few thousand allied Greeks, faced annihilation. Before them surged the Persian Empire under Xerxes, a force hundreds of thousands strong. Their mission was simple, desperate: hold the narrow pass. Buy time for Greece to unite. For days, they became an unbreakable wall of bronze and spear. Persian waves broke upon them, shattered. They fought with a ferocity born of knowing their fate was sealed. Betrayed, a mountain path revealed. Surrounded, the end was inevitable. Leonidas, the Spartan king, made a choice. Not surrender, not futile last defense, but a final, furious offensive. A charge, not into the anonymous ranks, but towards the glittering heart of the enemy host, towards Xerxes himself. Ancient whispers tell us Leonidas fell in that desperate lunge. His body became a rallying point, fought over with savage devotion by his remaining Spartans until the very last man perished. Their sacrifice? It bought precious time. More crucially, it ignited a flame. The story of 300 holding back an empire became the ultimate symbol of courage against impossible odds. A defiant roar that echoed down the ages, inspiring warriors and nations for millennia. Their epic death forged an immortal legend of sacrifice. Centuries later, a different kind of fire consumed a legend. Rouen, France, 1431. Joan of Arc. The peasant girl who heard saints, who donned armor, who led shattered French armies to astonishing victories against the English invaders. Her rise was meteoric, divinely touched. Her fall, orchestrated. Captured, subjected to a rigged trial, condemned as a heretic. Her sentence, death by fire. The public square filled. The pyre built. Bound to the stake, the flames rose. This was no battlefield's swift end. This was slow, agonizing, designed to break her spirit and erase her cause before a jeering crowd. But Joan defied them even here. Witnesses spoke of her calling out, repeatedly, for Jesus. They spoke of her forgiveness offered to her accusers. They spoke of her unwavering faith, her conviction in her divine mission, radiating even as the flames consumed her. Some legends whisper her heart refused to burn. Her executioners sought to extinguish a heretic that created a martyr. Her death, far from crushing the French spirit, became a searing brand upon it. The epic nature lies not in violence, but in transcendent, unshakable conviction. Facing unimaginable agony and public humiliation, her spirit remained unconquered. Her death cemented her sainthood, her status as France's eternal heroine. From the ashes rose a legend far more powerful than the warrior ever was. Now, we turn from martyrdom to the tragic extinguishing of genius. Syracuse, 212 BC. The mighty Roman war machine laid siege to the great Greek city. Within its walls lived Archimedes, a mind that dwarfed mountains. The greatest mathematician, physicist, engineer of the ancient world. Engrossed in a problem, lost in the universe of numbers and shapes unfolding in the sand before him. The chaos of the city's fall might as well have been on another planet. Legend paints the stark scene. A Roman soldier bursts into his sanctuary. The old man, oblivious to the intruder, to the fate of his city, to everything but the intricate circles and lines in the dust. The soldier, perhaps ignorant of who stood before him, perhaps just following brutal orders, raised his sword. Archimedes, startled from his celestial contemplation, saw not the blade, but the impending disruption of his sacred geometry. His last words, etched into history's lament, Nali turber circulos meos. Do not disturb my circles. The plea of genius to brute force. The sword fell. Whether the exact words were spoken, the essence rings devastatingly true. The brightest light of antiquity, snuffed out mid-thought by a common soldier. This death is epic in its profound tragedy. It symbolizes the vulnerability of pure intellect in the face of mindless destruction, the devastating cost of war on civilization itself. Archimedes' death became a timeless symbol of knowledge sacrificed to the sword. Journey now to the Warring States period of feudal Japan. The year, 1573. The warlord, Tsuda Shin, the Tiger of Kai, a brilliant, feared strategist whose cavalry was the terror of Honshu. During the siege of Noda Castle, the unexpected struck. A lone musket shot, fired from the castle walls during a nighttime reconnaissance, found its mark. Shinjin was mortally wounded. This is where history pivots from tragedy to epic subterfuge. Shinjin, the master strategist even in his final moments, understood the peril. His death, if known, would shatter his army's morale. His powerful rivals, Oda Nobunaga and Tokugawa Ieyasu, would pounce instantly, tearing his fragile alliance apart. His solution? Death was not an option. Yet, he issued a final, breathtaking command to his most trusted generals: keep my death a secret. For 3 years. The scale of the deception was staggering. Accounts suggest they mummified his body. They continued issuing orders in his name. They orchestrated troop movements. They may have even employed a kagemusha, a body double, to impersonate him during crucial inspections. This grand illusion bought the Takeda clan precious time for an orderly succession, preventing immediate collapse. The epic nature here is pure strategic audacity from beyond the grave. A warlord's iron will and cunning extending his influence, controlling events, even after his heart had stopped. Takeda Shinjin's death became a masterclass in psychological warfare, a testament to the power of perception over reality. His legend grew not just from how he lived, but from how he orchestrated his own disappearance from life. Our final epic death unfolds amidst the thunderous roar of cannon fire, the acrid tang of gunpowder, and the churning waves of the Atlantic. October 21, 1805. The Battle of Trafalgar. Admiral Lord Horatio Nelson, Britain's naval colossus, faced the combined might of the French and Spanish fleets. Victory here meant securing Britain's dominance of the seas for a century. Nelson, ever the bold tactician, employed a daring, high-risk plan. He sailed his columns directly into the enemy line, breaking their formation. The battle raged, chaotic and brutal. Nelson, aboard his flagship HMS Victory, stood conspicuous. Defiantly so. He wore his full admiral's regalia, his medals polished and gleaming, a deliberate, radiant target amidst the smoke and carnage. He knew the risk. Visibility was paramount for command, inspiration crucial for his men. He chose to embody both, consequences be damned. From the rigging of the French ship Redoutable, a marksman took aim. The musket ball struck true, shattering Nelson's spine. Carried below decks to the surgeon's blood-slicked cockpit, Nelson knew his fate. His agony was immense, but his mind remained fixed on one thing: the battle's outcome. For 3 torturous hours, he clung to life, anxiously awaiting reports. Captain Hardy finally brought news, a crushing, decisive British victory. Nelson's final utterances, whispered with fading breath, crystallized his essence. "Kiss me, Hardy." A moment of startling intimacy amidst the horror. And then, the ultimate affirmation: "Thank God I have done my duty." He died at the zenith of his triumph, securing his nation's destiny. Nelson's death is epic in its conscious, theatrical self-sacrifice. He wasn't caught unaware. He chose the bullseye. He traded his life for visibility, command clarity, and the morale boost his presence guaranteed. He died fulfilling his duty at the moment of his greatest strategic masterpiece, ascending instantly to the pantheon of immortal heroes. His death was the final, glorious act of his command. From the sun-baked rocks of Thermopylae to the smoke-choked deck of the Victory, these were not mere endings. They were detonations. Seismic events where a single live's finale became a catalyst, a symbol, a story too powerful to fade. Leonidas and his Spartans. The eternal flame of sacrifice against impossible odds. Joan of Arc, the unbreakable spirit, a martyr's fire that outshone her victories. Archimedes, the tragic eclipse of genius, a stark reminder of war's cost to knowledge. Takeda Shinjin, the ultimate deception, willpower dictating events from beyond the veil. Horatio Nelson, the consummate commander's final, deliberate sacrifice for duty and victory. These epic deaths forge legends. They remind us that the final act can define the entire play. They force us to confront courage, faith, intellect, cunning, duty, and the profound mystery of how a single moment of mortality can ripple outwards, shaping history's course and becoming an immortal echo in the human story. Which epic historical death resonates most profoundly with you? Was there a Viking's final stand, an emperor's dramatic fall, or an explorer's last voyage that deserves recognition? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let the historical debate commence. If these stories of legendary finales captivated you, show your appreciation with a thumbs up. It truly fuels this channel's journey into the past. To ensure you never miss our next exploration of history's most pivotal, dramatic, and unforgettable moments, subscribe and ring the notification bell. The past is vast, and its stories are waiting. Until next time, delve deep, remember boldly. History is not just written. It's lived, fought, and sometimes met with epic defiance.